welcome back to my channel. So you can see we are in quarantine mode. That means comfort. I washed my hair. It's still trying to dry. We're out here. It's all good. I have a couple things in the back. You're probably like, what is going on in your room? I'll get to that in a later video. That will be my next one, which is my quarantine and clean. But anyways, today we are going to be doing a plant tour. So I will be taking you around the apartment that you guys obviously saw in my last video, or my 2 videos ago, my apartment tour. But I will just be showing you guys each and every plant. Hopefully be giving you the correct name. Some of them I was like, I don't really know what this is. And then some plant care tips at the very end of the video for those who are wanting help with their plants, who need a little guidance. Some of our plants didn't make it. I'll be giving you tips on those types of plants and what they might need. You know, we're all just learning. We're all in this together. So let's go get started. Roll the clip. All right, y'all, so the first place we are going to start is going to be in the living room. First plants that we have in this corner, this is gonna be a pothos, if that's how you pronounce it. This is the easiest plant that we have. It thrives, it grows, it's amazing. This is the most recommended plant that I would say to have in your home if you are trying to start with plants. They are so resilient to any type of movement or watering. Once it's time to be watered, they will literally be kind of sad and droopy, and you can tell when they need some love. So, amazing plant, yes. The next plant we have is this little guy right here. Sorry, my lighting is awful. So this little guy, he is a dwarf umbrella tree. Now, at first, I think I was over watering him, so he just felt too moist. And then once I come back on the watering, he got a lot greener and just really, really cute. So this is a dwarf umbrella tree. It's a species of ivy. And then this one has the, like, if you can see, there's like pink and stuff on it. So when they grow out, they kind of look like they're dying, which they're not. They just come out pink, and then once the leaves mature, they turn a darker green and have this cute little pattern in them, if you can see. And this one is the philodendron, which is also really, really cute. It's not as hardy as the pothos, but is such a still cute plant. And this is my little 3 that we have in the corner. The next 2 we have going on, so we'll start with this one. This is one of my favorites. This is the ZZ plant. People are like, what is that? It's actually called a Zanzibar gem. I really don't know. But yep, just a quick name for a ZZ plant. These are also so amazing, just really resilient. I'm actually trying to propagate one of these just because one of the leaves got broken. So we're gonna see if I can grow a little baby out of it. And then this one, horn plant, and it's a species of a dragon tree. And then below here is some pothos that were just planted inside. So it has a little 2-in-1 thing going on, and I like just putting it in a basket. I think it looks really, really cute. So then we move over to this corner. Sorry, this lighting is awful. This one is saying it is a lucky bamboo, and I didn't know if that was correct at first, but then when I came down to the bottom here, it was green, and that's how I can kind of tell that it's a bamboo. If I'm completely wrong, you know, shout me out in the bottom, be like, hey, you're completely wrong, this is not what it is. Because I really don't, I'm not 100% sure. We have it in this cute little pot, but it's overgrowing it, so we're gonna have to get a bigger pot. And then if you move down a little bit, this is the next little bad boy we have, which I think is so cute, but also kind of scares me because I think sometimes I'm gonna kill it. And this is the rubber plant. It looks a little gloomy, so like the, obviously leaves are hanging down. And at first I was like, okay, it's dying, what do I do? But it made it, so I just have it in a cute little pot and it's thriving. So we're gonna go move over, and we have another pothos. As you can see, this one is a 2-stemmer, so it's not as full as the other one, and that's kind of the thing with the pothos, is depending on how many vines is depending on how thick it's going to be. But like I said, very, very resilient. This is how, you know, long it's grown, and I actually just got some clippings off the bottom, so it was a little bit longer. And then if you can see this little baby in there, little baby cactus is chilling. And then the next plant, if we're moving on, is gonna be this guy. And this is a corn plant, same thing, dragon, part of the dragon tree. So I don't know if it has like another specific name, but I just love the coloring, the lighter green on the outside and then like the strip of dark green inner, and I just think it's so cute. Adds a little pop over here. So the next little guy we have, he's leaning. Ooh, I'm gonna need to love him a little bit. Probably put some more soil on the left side. But this is also another corn plant. See, when I was looking at like what everything is, a lot of them I guess are from like the species of dragon. There's a list of them. So hopefully I'm saying the right thing. But cute little guy, I need to give him a little TLC. So moving on to our little, I don't know, credenza, I guess. So this is our pothos clippings that I did a long time ago. Not a long time ago. I've had them propagating probably a little bit too long. So these are actually probably 6 stems and I put them all in one. They're looking good. You have some babies sprouting here. But yeah, that's another pothos. And then if you move along, this is just a succulent. Looks like a Christmas tree to me. I don't know really what to do with it just because it is so big. I don't know, we're just gonna keep it until it doesn't, you know, live any longer. And then down here, I just have the ZZ plant, the stem that fell off. So we're gonna see if I can get a root to come out of that. And then also, again, the pothos. I have these to show you guys in a video down the line of how to propagate. So that's what I'll be using to show you guys. I also have a whole nother contraption in my room that you guys saw. And then this one, how cute. The leaves are having a little rough time, but we're trying to see if we can continue to have little babies growing. This is the fiddle leaf fig. It's getting there. We're definitely trying to make sure that the leaves are good, but all the other ones look pretty good. It's just that one. Oh, and another one. So the next one we have is another corn plant. I love that the leaves have the lighter on the outside. And then you still have your little like trunk, which is the same thing as the big one, except there's just no pothos on the bottom. So pretty similar, except just a baby one. Next we go to the big boy. We have one leaf that's struggling, but that's okay. As soon as it completely dies to the root, it'll be easier to pull out. This one is the cast iron plant. It's just like the biggest leaf one that we have. Pretty sturdy. Just our little pot that we have him in, and then sometimes we have to just be careful that we don't overwater him or else he will get a little bit sensitive, but other than that, he is good to go. The next little guy we have is our jade plant, and I think this one is so cool because the leaves are just so thick. I just love how it looks. It's actually given me no problems. It's been very healthy, so just make sure you have a hole in the bottom and just water it accordingly, like once a week. The next one that we have is the urn plant. So this one is a species of the living vase. It has these really pretty pink areas in it. We had it in the bedroom when it was really cold, and it was okay. It says it's supposed to bloom, but I haven't seen anything. And then the next one that we have is the Song of India. So this one is another plant that is of the dragon trees, but this one has its own name, so I thought that was pretty cool. And then over there we have another philodendron. Now we are going to move into the bathroom. So up here we just have our aloe plant. Very simple. I want to actually cut this one off and put it into like a face mask or something, so I'll probably do that here pretty soon. And then we have a couple babies. Actually, yeah, we have a couple babies growing on the inside. Now into the bedroom, this is our snake plant, which I absolutely love. It recommends to not put it in direct sunlight, and it's a very resilient plant as well. It used to, I think we got it when it was about here, the height. So it's grown so long. This one is just, I don't know, he's just out here trying to show off. And then over here is my first propagation system. So when I first did this, I think I did it completely wrong. So when I show you guys in my next video of how to propagate, I'll show you my method that worked, but then I'll also show you the one that is mostly recommended. So this one is the fern. Now, if you guys can see how sad it is, obviously it did not get the love and care it needed. This is the bad boy who has lived its life. Wasn't very long, actually. We picked out a fern because we read reviews that ferns are the best type of plant to keep in the bathroom, but we don't really use this bathroom that much, so it doesn't get enough moisture that it needed, so it just got too dry and never came back. So we're gonna throw this one out, but for fern, if you have a fern in your house, make sure it's getting enough moisture. Put it in a bathroom so you know the steam and everything hydrates it. This is another pothos. Like I said, they are super resilient. This one was actually out in the living room hanging, and it got way too long that I had to move it, and then I actually just trimmed the bottom as well. And then you can move over here. We have another pothos. So this one has caused us the most trouble. I don't exactly know, which I will kind of get more information on. They've had this little like white stuff on the leaves, and that has transferred to this plant as well. So we've washed it already, but just be very careful if you ever see that. Definitely wash your plant, go through and give it a bath, put it in the bathtub, wipe it down, wipe each leaf because it grows back. And I don't know what it is, I don't know the proper name, but we've already treated it for this, and then we just realized that this bad boy has it as well. And this one has been fine. But this one is called a lucky bamboo, and it doesn't look like a bamboo, but it is. So I love how, like I said, it's the white on the outside. It's a part of the dragon trees as well, so it's also North Belgian evergreen. There's just a bunch of names for it. This one's a good one. I like the colors of it. We just need to give it a bath. This is another corn plant. This is the same one that was on the little living room table. And then up here, which I think is such a cool plant, this is the baby rubber plant, and I absolutely like it because it's so unique and different. We just have it, like I said, in a clay pot, and yeah, I just water it once a week, and it's been pretty good. It's never given me any problems, so hopefully it stays that way. Last but not least, this is the yellow butterfly palm. I want to say, I know it's a palm of some sort, but I'm not 100% sure on what exact type, but that is the one that looked the most similar. All right, everybody, so you just got the tour of all of my plants. Now, we are gonna be going into some of the questions that you may have had while I was going through, as far as like, what type of care do they need? What are your tips when you're starting out with plants? Like I said, I haven't been doing this for very long. It's probably been like a year and a half that I've dealt with plants. So these are very new findings. These are very new thoughts or things that I figured out over the year time. So I'm just gonna go through the main 5 that I think is really important when you guys are starting out with plants. Definitely do your research on what type of plant you're buying. Some of them are way needier than others. Some of them need more TLC than others. So definitely research what plant you're buying before you buy it, or else you're just gonna lose money because you're not properly taking care of it the way that it needs to. I have a lot of repeat plants in my house, I guess I would say. Pothos are my favorite because they're so durable, and when I forget time to time to water them, they're good to go. So I have 5 steps right here. If you guys have any other questions for me, or questions for a specific plant and what kind of care they need, definitely put them in the comments below. I think I have like 30 something plants in the house, so I wasn't going to get into every need of that plant in this video because it's just, quite frankly, way too long. So I'll just give you my 5 steps that I think are super important. So number 1 is always use a pot with a hole. So why I say this is you never want to over water your plants. And when you have a pot with a hole, it's very hard to do that. If you have, like I've showed you, the clay pots, those automatically come with the hole, and then they have like a little saucer. Those are great if you like those. Or if you see my hanging plant, the bottom one, the one that's actually being held, does not have a hole. And then the one I actually keep the pot that the plant is already in with a hole, so whatever water does not need to be used, it just goes into the bottom pot, and then over time I just go ahead and empty it for any water that's left over or needs to be dumped out. 2, when you water your plants, water them thoroughly. So like I said, make sure you have a hole in your pot, and when you water them until you can see water come out of the bottom. Why I say this is because you want to make sure you're actually thoroughly watering your plant, and if your plant or your soil is too hard, sometimes what happens is your water kind of just goes on the side and instantly goes out. So that's kind of like a two-stepper. Make sure you have good soil and soft soil, and then make sure when you water, it's going thoroughly in there so you're actually giving it enough water when you're watering them. Number 3 is give your plants baths. So that means wipe them down, make sure nothing is growing on them that doesn't need to be there, you know, no dust. And like I said, with those bad boys back there, they have that little disease. I'm gonna definitely research and tell you guys next plant video what they are. If you guys already know, definitely comment down below. But make sure you're constantly looking at them and checking on them to see that they're not growing anything crazy on them, and then give them baths when need be. Number 4, move your plants if they're not doing well. So some plants, like I said, require different care than others. Some of them will love the sun, some of them hate the sun, some of them thrive in the darkness. It kind of just depends. Some of them are right in the middle. So if they're not doing well and you can't figure it out, give them a new home. You know, if they're in the sun and they're not doing well, move them into the shadier part and see if that helps them. That way you can know, okay, it's just the place that they're staying, and it's not actually something within the root system or anything like that that's hindering it from growing or hindering it from staying alive. That's a big one. Move them if they're not doing well. And 5, pay attention to your plants. Now, sometimes we forget to water them. Sometimes, you know, we forget to do this, that, and the other. But pay attention to them, because a lot of them will talk to you when they need something. So my pothos, the reason why I love it so much is because it tells me, hey, I need to be watered if it's not doing good. Or if I know it's doing really well, it'll be very, very perky. But when it's not doing well, it'll look really, really sad and droopy. So just pay attention to them. Like I said, just do thorough checks on them, looking for anything that looks out of place or that may not look like it's gonna be good for them or the soil or anything around them. So that's all I have for today's video. Thank you so much for coming on my little plant tour / plant care. Please, 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 if you guys have any questions about plants or any of them that you saw in the video that I couldn't answer due to time, definitely comment down below and I will give you the best answer I have possible, or if not, I will find the answer for you. So thank you so much for watching this week's video. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.